That was a good break. I'll give it a moment for people to get back. I think that was just what I needed, actually. Snack a little bit. Wait for people. Yo. Sorry about that. Snacking until people get here. I feel much better. I was starting to feel drained from. Really, what did it was actually the airship. I kept getting knocked off by those stupid special ops guys and getting insta killed by their throws. But I should be good to go now. There we go. How are you doing, Cthulhu? Let's see. Wasn't there? Yeah, there's something right there. Did they respawn? Well, that's not very cool. Okay. Getting guard block locked, I guess, is one way to describe that. Got block locked into place and hit by grenades and an attack. How many of those? I should have 5 of those, I think. No, 7. Okay, I'm a little off. Go ahead and get that. Ah. Shit. Yeah, I was worried that might happen. Oh well. To be honest, I thought I would be doing a little better than I have been, but what can you do? Didn't mean to start that fight. Back into it. Okay, get this. Oh. Yay. Okay, simple. Simple, simple. How can it be an old arcade machine with no game in it? I don't think you know how arcade machines actually work, game. Well, good for Han. Plot twist, this bar actually belongs to Han Solo. It got started after it was retroactively changed in history that he didn't shoot first, even though he totally shot first. Oh. That is trippy, isn't it? So, I wonder where Ryu fits into all this, then. What if Han Solo is actually a time traveler? Bear with me here. And he started out here before he got teleported to the world of Star Wars. I mean, it's a Ninja Gaiden stream. Of course you're gonna come back and see me get killed. Damn it, I didn't mean to do that. I keep pressing the button too early, and now I got paid. What? Okay, that was weird. Anyway. Yeah. The first time I actually got killed by the fight coming up right over here. But then the second time, this guy dropped blue essence for me. Like that. And then I was able to do that. Yeah, British Dragon, what you missed, though, was the plot twists that I proposed. That Han's bar actually belongs to Han Solo. And that would mean that Ninja Gaiden actually takes place on one of the random planets they never visit in Star Wars. I should write really pretentious music, is what I'm saying. Really pretentious, like space rock or something. Oh, one thing I do like about this compared to Ninja Gaiden 2 for sure, you can save. Did I miss out on a scarab? Was there a scarab in Hans Bar? I don't remember. And I don't feel like pausing the screen to look it up. Okay, thank you. Oh boy. I hate that guy. I'm glad I walked over and saved. I hate that knee grab in general. But what can you do? At least I don't have to redo the other fights. I'm having a problem with this game auto-locking onto the wrong enemies. Okay. Take a breather. I just took a break. I'm raring to go. The headache I was starting to get is gone. I have energy again. Let's kick their asses. That's an improvement. I actually didn't want to... Does anyone know if essence you absorb for ultimate techniques actually goes into your essence inventory? Because, I want to say... I know that in Ninja Gaiden 2, essence you absorb to use an ultimate technique does go to your inventory. I don't know if it's a reduced no matter what, but I checked that during my warrior run. I don't know if it does that in Ninja Gaiden Black or /1. Because I think essence you absorb for ultimate techniques doesn't go into your inventory, but if I was right about everything, then this would be a very boring time. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. I know that... I did check that in Ninja Gaiden 2. Like, I checked my essence right before absorbing essence for a UT, and right after, and it was available. And, yeah, I mean, my total amount of essence increased. So... I'm really close to that unlabored flawlessness already. And then... there's a fight here that I haven't done yet, so I should probably go and do that. I actually forgot to do it last chapter because of, well, you know. I was trying to get to the save point in Hans Bar. Wasn't there something here? No. Okay, I'm just thinking of something else. Or like over here, for example. Take that. So either I've ruined that fight, or by not doing it last chapter, or it's only on Master Ninja that's enemies show up there, or it's a later chapter that enemies show up there. I have no idea which one it is. Lunar Staff 2016. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it's not until level 3 that you can do the an Azuna drop combo from the ground. Yeah, I already got almost all the essence back that I used. Wait, what? That looks like it's supposed to be a lever. She tried to tell me something and I just ignored it. One more Life of the Gods and we'll have a life up. Let's see. I don't remember if it was cats or black garbed ninjas or these guys on Master Ninja here. It's been a few years since I played Master Ninja mode. Foreshadowing. Have I mentioned that I like the world of this game? Like, it's not as awesome as Dark Souls in terms of world design or anything like that, but it has that similar sort of interconnectedness to it, and I really like that in game design. There's gonna be ninjas there later. Go ahead and hit this. Save. I think there's a fight on the other side of this, but I might just be thinking again of a different difficulty level. Yep, there's a fight. Worth it. Yeah, a well-done Metroidvania is probably one of my favorite types of games. With that said, I actually only recently beat Super Metroid, but I mean, for the first time. But like, Metroid Prime is one of my favorite games. I might play the Metroid Prime trilogy at some point on a stream. Not as exciting or difficult as Ninja Gaiden, but huh. I wonder what attack he did that did so much damage to me. Alright, time to go lower the drawbridge. Alright, decision time. No! You know, I actually didn't know that I haven't played any of the Devil May Cry games. I didn't know DMC1 had Metroidvania design. Damn it! Okay. Well, to be fair, with a few exceptions, a lot of games that go for a Metroidvania design typically do it with keys rather than with actual abilities that you get. So that was like the closest range lunar UT I've ever done. Key of Pegasus. Shit. Oh, I went backwards. I was worried that I was going to bump into the... Damn it, I have to do this fight again, too. I was worried I was going to bump into the pipe, the drainage... the storm drain pipe or whatever. Because I don't remember if that actually has collision in this game or not. Damn. I think another reason this game has aged as well as it has is because it honestly has really, really sharp visual design. Like, the character models are high enough poly that it's not going to matter even in another couple years how old this game is. And then I think I'm gonna have to fight them again, fight these guys again when I go through here. Really, the only problem is that sometimes when certain objects go at weird angles, there's a bit of aliasing, but it's not as bad as, like, say, Mario Galaxy. Alright, take two. There we go. Now can I get back? Yep. I will say that doing all these fights extra times is actually doing wonders probably for my essence count. Yes, it is. I'm higher than I was when I upgraded the wooden sword. Yeah, go ahead and save. Ooh, playing a little risky. Ah, man. This really isn't anywhere near as stressful as Ninja Gaiden 2. Even if its difficulty is pretty comparable later on. Guillotine throw, finally used it. Ha! That was fun. I also like how I instinctively do the dodge roll jump maneuver. For my natural movement instead of just normally running. Alright. Scarab here. And then if I go down the right side, there's a scarab there. And I think that's going to be it for the rest of this chapter. I think that's it. So I guess I'm going to save my Jewels of the Demon Seal from Art of the Inazuma once I get that. Wait. Am I missing something? No, I guess not. I'm guessing the alleyways are a little further on. Fuck off. If he had shot me right there, I would have died and I would have been angry. Alright. This is not the fight I thought it was. That's gonna go back around. There's a fight over there, but I don't really want to do it. Another thing I think I like about Ninja Gaiden Black over 2 is that Ninja Gaiden 2 tends to show a little more restraint in terms of the number of enemies they ask you to fight at once. It does feel a lot less like you... It doesn't feel as much like you have to spam iframe heavy moves. You kind of still do, but... Alright, there's the item over here, or the chest over here. That only had blue essence. Yay. Wow, he grabbed me when I was going to use a UT. Okay. Moving. Alright, here we go. This is the spot that I thought it was earlier. Could one of you guys drop some blue essence? That would be fantastic. No? Okay. Nom. Oh my god! It's a Yoshi! I have to fight a Yoshi. Yoshi just ate my head. Whoops. I'm going to insist on calling those things Yoshis now. They traded their long tongues for horns and sharp teeth. Yeah, I know that UTs are the best bet. I should probably also consider switching to the Dragon Sword. It's been a little while since I've fought them last, so I'm not quite used to their tells anymore. God damn. Please? Thank you. Yep, I'm fucked. Well, it's a shame that fight restarts every time you reload in. Alright, and there's this chest here. I'm like trying to be a lot more sparing on my healing items than I really need to be, because they've been really handing these things to me. Go fuck yourself. I hate enemy grabs in this game. Enemy grabs in the Ninja Gaiden games tend to be pretty shitty. I can only think of a handful that give you a good amount of warning. Ah. Well, that was fun. Next fight. I don't know. If these guys kill me again, I might just use the dragon sword for the rest of this. Damn. Yeah. Okay. It's half tempting to actually rush past this. I like these guys a lot better than their Ninja Gaiden 2 counterparts, I gotta say. But then, I think everyone feels the same way about those assholes. Yeah. The only thing close to the Ninja Gaiden 2 Incendiary Shuriken Ninjas that gave me that same kind of feeling of was the there are some enemies in the Bloodborne DLC that are like giant shark men creatures, and they are ludicrous to fight. And there's a well, and in order to get all the weapons from the DLC, you have to go down this well, and there are two of them that you have to fight at once. And they're pretty stupid. Fire. Oh, Ninja Gaiden 2 didn't have. I think we're talking about the incendiary shuriken ones, which the fire ninjas here have incendiary shuriken. So far, I'm liking the lunar more because it seems to be stunning them a lot more. Alright, that's one of them down. It's two of them down. Okay, I'm gonna heal. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh my god. I'm thinking about... I'm gonna probably just rush past the fire ninjas. Because this is getting to be not worth... It's beginning to be not worth fighting them all. Why am I using the lunar? I like the lunar. I like the lunar better than the dragon sword for these guys. Plus... Oh, granted, maybe not so much for the fire dinos, but I don't think I have a really good weapon for the fire dinos. Dragon sword probably would be better, but... trying to collect my thoughts here. Also, okay, yeah. Now I've got my thoughts collected while I'm fighting these guys, of course. Another reason I'm using the Lunar a lot is because I actually just finished a Dragon Sword only run of Ninja Gaiden 2 on Mentor that was streamed, and it took a lot out of me on the Dragon Sword, even though the movesets aren't quite the same, but they're pretty much the same. Alright. Much smoother. I am going to switch to the Dragon Sword for the next, for the actual boss, though. In fact, I guess I'll go ahead and switch to the Dragon Sword for these guys, too, even though I don't think the Lunar makes a huge... I don't think Dragon Sword versus Lunar makes a huge difference with them. Alright. Go ahead and fire him. Sure. Just let me charge a UT in your face. That works. Oh, I don't like this. I didn't even hear the second pop for the second level of the UT. Not farming points. If I was farming points... I was just using you. I'm not trying to farm points. I'm not playing for karma. I'm just trying to beat it. The UTs are just strong. That's the only reason I was using it. And it's not exactly risky as long as you get up to at least that first level. The iframes and all that. I'm of the opinion that, for the most part, the Lunar is probably better to use than the Dragon Sword. It's fast and give it more coverage all around. Also, I'm just saying, Rachel just got eaten by a tentacle monster. This is all kinds of Japanese fucked up. Do I have the Azuna drop yet? Yeah, I do have the Azuna drop. Absorb that one. I should be using Blade of Nirti on this. Yeah. The only thing that's kind of the enemies are the only part of this fight that are actually particularly hard, in my opinion. Without the enemies, this guy would be piss easy. Damn it. Okay, I think he just killed me. Oh, fuck. That means I have to do all that all over again. Fuck me. I'm really... Fuck. Wow. He made me pay for getting careless. And this is Ninja Gaiden Black, so anytime I die to a boss, I have to restart from the last save. Yeah, the Dabi Lara is pretty good. but I'm a ways away from being able to even get it, so... Oh, shit. Shit! That's the one thing I was hoping he wouldn't do, and the enemies are just trying to frustrate me again. Ugh. This is making me wonder if I should try maybe switching to the Dragon Sword and using the move with the twirling and dropping them on their head and the Izuna. Oh, please don't make me restart that fight. Oh, thank God. Oh. Fuck Alma. I don't want to even think about Alma right now. If I get killed by the boss of this chapter, Alma is going to wipe her ass with me. And then toss me away because... I wouldn't do a sufficient job of even doing that, apparently. Did I just get a triple kill? Yes! Triple kill! I like it. Not totally insane like some of the UTs in Gaiden 2, but... Her grabs... I agree with Awakened Alma's grabs being shitty. Normal Alma's grabs, you just have to be ready for them. Pretty much anytime you miss an attack or she blocks something, you basically have to dodge away expecting a grab. Please. But yeah, I think Awakened Alma is the harder fight, but I usually have enough healing items to just outlast her whenever I get to that point of the game. Holy shit! How much damage do their grabs do? 8 viewers. That's like an all-time high. I guess people really want to watch someone fail at Ninja Gaiden. Like that. Man. Alright, I'm gonna switch to the Dragon Sword for a while, because I really do need to use a different weapon. Why would you switch targets randomly like that? Well, that worked out a lot better than the Lunar was. Oh. Oh. That sucks. Almost with no healing items in the first go sounds... Yeah. It doesn't help that the save point next to her, that's closest to her, is actually pretty far away. And there's like at least one fight that you have to go through that isn't the easiest thing for a new player. Okay, automatic platforming. Shit. Yeah, another problem I have with using the Dragon Sword is that when I use it, I tend to rely on using... the Flying Swallow and Azuna Drop a lot. Alright. Next. I'm probably just gonna open up... I'm gonna open up the fight against the mini dragon. The Yoshis, as I will insist on calling them. I'll open up the fight with the Yoshis with Fire and Impo, I guess. Just use them both up. I was about to say, why aren't you flying swallowing that guy? And let's see, what do I have? I'll go ahead and use that. Yay, one down. Oof. There we go. You know what? There weren't as many people earlier. I'm gonna let this cutscene play again just because it's very Japanese. Scantily clad, huge-breasted woman gets abducted by a tentacle monster and then eaten. The tentacle monster isn't accompanied by Yoshis. Yep. Oh, there it is. Oh no no. Oh no. Oh. I'm gonna grab that blue essence. That's much better than last time. Damn. I'm gonna... Oh, shit. Shit. Fuck. Fuck it, I'm using it. It's the first bit of slowdown I've noticed in this playthrough. Ninja Gaiden Black was a lot better about that than Ninja Gaiden 2, that's for sure. And then she's going to be all shiny and covered in God knows what. And we're, of course, going to be looking straight down her bust. These Japanese voices. Man. Wow. Ayani's looking over and like, oh, man. Beating Congratulations on beating Doku in Chapter 2. That, it took you about as long as it would have taken me to beat Chapter 2 on Master Ninja. If I'm being honest. But you made it sound very hard though, so I can understand. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pee pretty soon. In fact, as soon as I see what score I got here, I'm going to actually go ahead and do that. Not bad. Alright. I'll be right back. I should only take a minute or two. There we go. Alright. Now we're coming up to the... I was going to say we're coming up to the monastery, but then the chapter thing came up before I could say anything. Alright. Alright, we can do this now. I don't know why they didn't just make this like it is in Ninja Gaiden 2 and have you use up all the ones that you have at once. Oh god, bats! Oh god, explosive bats! Why? I wasn't expecting the explosive bats out of that chest. Well played, Team Ninja. Well played. I saw them. Alright, let's see. Nothing special there. I can do that. We have 9 scarabs now. Yeah, alright. Hopefully I didn't just screw myself out of level 3 upgrade in a little bit. I'm gonna switch to the lunar for this part. These things are kicking my ass. God damn. Those things are tough. Alright, I'm gonna actually save after using the Life of the Gods this time. And I forgot to pick it up out of the chest. Great. Excuse me. All right. Well, I haven't done this yet. Oh god, why? I'm not very good at getting the bats. Anyway. At least I got plenty of those. At least I get a full heal off the bats. Hang on a second. Okay. Alright, 9 scarabs so far. I believe there's going to be one really early on in the monastery that we can get. So I'll come back to him once I get that. There we go, that's a lot better. Oh god, there's more. And that is why I like the lunar. Oh. You know, I didn't realize it until you just now for some reason that when you ugh, that the chapter 2 fight is something that is meant to be a fight that you're supposed to lose, but if you beat him, but you can't beat him is what you're saying. For some reason that part didn't connect in my mind. I'm really looking forward to an upcoming fight where I'm going to have to... So, for reference, I'm going to try to do all but maybe one or two of the Fiend challenges. Because I'm not going to do the one in... Which one? Which one am I not going to do? I'm not going to do the one in the room where you fight Doku the first time, because that Fiend challenge is just stupid. And you don't really get a good reward for doing it. And I might not do the very last one. At least I think it's the very last one, where you go to that portal in one of the first sections of the city near the Muramasa shop. I probably won't do that one because of, I think you get like a Talisman of Rebirth for doing that one. How am I sitting on Essence? I'm back up to 10,000 already. God damn. It won't be very long now. The Fiend Challenge where you fight the zombie guys, that's one I plan to do. That's probably going to max out my essence. So, I'll probably use those funds to beef up the... I'll use those funds to beef up the wooden sword, probably. Oh boy, that's right. Fiend Ryu. I completely forgot about this. I forgot that you could just spam guillotine throws against him. Oof. Oh, he got me. Yep, this is a hard fight. Ugh. And I'm gonna redo that first fight anyway, in the monastery anyway, since I need to. I'm probably gonna need the essence. I can't wait to get the Vigorian flails though. Or is it just Vigorian flail? I don't know. And this is just smoke bombs. Yeah. Does anyone ever use smoke bombs? Honest question. Shit. Got me. Oof. Well, that sucks. I'm pretty sure smoke bombs are like a joke item. Damn it. Yeah. 16,000. Fuck it, I'm going save. Because that's a lot of essence for me to not hold on to. I know essence isn't really that big a deal in this game because you get so much of it if you play well enough, but I mean, yeah. I'm still only on chapter 6 and the wooden sword is 2 level ups away from being unlabored flawlessness. Alright, Fiend Ryu, take 2. Guillotine throws. Ha. Oh boy. Done. Whew. That was a little tense. And I'm not gonna bother picking up the lore stuff. Unless for some reason you people really, really want to read about the history of the Fiends. Are you talking, are you talking Ninja Gaiden Black, or are you touching Sigma, or... Just curious. I probably need to go ahead and use that elixir. Let's see. Potency is for kicks, right? Yeah, kick and throws. Yeah. I've beaten very hard before, but unfortunately the Xbox Live version of Ninja Gaiden Black, if you switch hard drives, it will corrupt your data, and you have to play through the game again to unlock everything again. It sucks. Oh my god. Okay, that was pretty awesome. RIP. Ha! In your face. Unless you were talking about them, in which case, yes, RIP. Alright, I still got a couple more scarabs to get in the monastery. Oof. I don't like this part. Too easy to fall. The platforming isn't precise enough to have shit like this in it. Alright. Elixir. Yeah, personally, as I've mentioned to people here, I've never played Sigma either. I'm gonna backtrack all the way to Muramasa. Especially since I beat Fiend Ryu, and if I die somewhere between then and between now and the end goal, it would be pretty bad. Also, I don't know if I picked up anything from that ninja. Oh, Ice Storm. I mean, I think I've used Ice Storm a couple of times, but I don't think it's typically used in this game. Oh well, I'll go ahead and save. $12 scarabs so far. That number sound right to everyone? 12 scarabs? Like, I think there's another one in this. I mean, there's another one once I get below the monastery. I don't think there's another one in the monastery itself, unless there's one in the safe room that I'm not remembering. Let's see. Whoops. short trip. Yeah, okay. I thought as much. I like having the chat to double check me on these things. I like how the game eventually, for the last note of this, acknowledges that you don't even do the numbers just by having the numbers there. Left, right, left. Yay. That's like the worst safe design ever, by the way. Like, you're not gonna keep anything... Oh, boy. Oh! That's not good. How many of those do I have? Fuck. I'm doing a lot better about killing enemies with UTs than I usually do in this game. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Says the guy who used a healing item. Alright, and now to just jump straight back down. XXY is a much stronger combo than that one is, but I gotta say, it's that one has a lot of reliable iframes. Ah, shit, I would have used that essence. Oh. Shit, that fight just goes on too long. Okay. I actually wasn't even paying attention to my health there. This fight. Doesn't help that my only reliable weapon options right now are the lunar and sword. Your weapon options are very sparse until, like, the next chapter. Even then, I'm only thinking of, like, one more weapon. But what's screwed up about it to me is that on very hard mode, you can pick up the lunar staff like before the first save point in the game. So you have the dragon sword and the lunar staff from chapter 1, and they're your only weapons up to this chapter that are really worth using. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I hate those things so much. Those things are such a nuisance in this game. Also, Goat Shinji, thank you for the follow. Alright. I'll probably... I guess I'll use my Fire Nimpo right away. Like, I'm not trying to be conservative with my Nimpo usually, but I don't know. I know Nimpo is a lot more useful on bosses in this game than it usually is in Ninja Gaiden 2, with like a couple of exceptions. Staring right at the double dragon fight. Alright, they should both... Oh, why are you not dead? Alright, that was good. Oh, Jesus. How did I get that much essence? Kind of makes me want to go back and heal. Or get healing items from Muramasa. I'm gonna hold off on that, I guess. What the fuck? How much damage does that do? Holy shit. That's what I get for not saving, or not going back to get healing items. Shit, I have 25,000 right here. I'd say that's pretty worth it. Considering how easy essence comes. Alright, let's keep going. The last comment was 10 minutes ago, and you guys are making me nervous. Even though I've got a copy of the stream going on my phone right now, and it's assuring me that the stream isn't breaking down. Alright. Yeah, this fight isn't what I would call fun. What? Alright. So I got that one. I'm at full health. I might as well go back and save. I was a little worried that I was gonna end up having to use one of the healing items I just got, but... Shit, they respawned already. Holy shit! What the fuck? I would appreciate this if it was less of an endurance test. Shit. These are just the enemies that won't die. I swear to goodness. Alright. That's taken care of. Alright. Yes, I want to drop down. Ghost. Oh, oh, bats. Explosive bats? Not explosive bats, okay. Shuriken. And what are you? Okay, map of the underground. Okay, I'm all right. I am okay. I'm not okay. Oh god, I'm not okay. Get it? Because it's an Indiana Jones reference. It's the Corridor of Doom. Like Temple of Doom. Even though that movie was Raiders of the Lost Ark. The giant boulder is Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? Or is that Temple of Doom? I don't remember. I don't remember. I haven't seen Indiana Jones movies in a while. Okay. I'm trying to... Okay, that's weird. I'm trying to do the dodge roll run, but it's not working. Okay. Oh, come on. You could run faster than that. I know you can. Oh. Yeah, I haven't died on that part before today. So, loads of firsts on this one. Well, at least the bats don't explode. I can't wait till I get a heavy weapon. What? Alright. Take 3. Well, there we go. Not too bad. Am I really supposed to just drop down? Whoa, not like that. I've gotten a lot more silent. What did did I... Oh. You can climb back up, I'm pretty sure. However, if I die, then it's another story. Wait. Oh god. So I should be able to climb all the way back up the corridor of doom. Shit. I don't think you're talking about the one that's before the corridor of doom, but you might be? I remember picking it up, but I also died at one point, so I might have to pick it up again. Here, I'm gonna look around here, and if I don't see the scarab, then I'm just gonna let the bats kill me. Kill me, bats! Feast upon my flesh! No, when I jumped down... Yeah, okay. Well, I thought that's what you meant, but it did make me double take because of the, because there was that scarab there that I grabbed, but it was always possible that I missed it because of the, you know what I mean. Ah, there we go. Bone Dragon. The Bone Dragon is actually one of my, or Dinosaur, or whatever the hell it is actually one of my favorite bosses in this game, for some reason. He's not actually, like, I don't know why. He feels the most like a video game boss of... He feels more like a video game boss than most of the bosses in this game, I guess. And there's something endearing about that. Wow, I went through that whole combo without hitting a single one of them. More iconic. Like the dragon, instead of being more like a video game boss who seems more iconic. I guess, maybe. I don't know. He definitely feels like he fits for some reason a lot more. Plus I think he's a pretty cool, I like his design too, like the fact that you can control what essentially, yeah, that you have some control over what the boss does based on which legs you attack first, and holy shit. I'm sucking so much here. Lunar is probably still the better choice for that fight, but oh god, don't die. I almost died. I don't think I missed anything here. No. I'm going to be going back this way eventually anyway, so... Oh yeah, yeah, I can appreciate that analogy. Dark Souls 2 was such a disappointment. I should probably consider guillotine throwing some of these guys off the ledge. Metal Gear Solid 5? I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 5. In fact, I haven't even finished Metal Gear Solid 2 yet. And I don't have access to Metal Gear Solid 4 as far as I know. Also, while I was paying attention to the chat and having a conversation, I ended up, like, beating them without trying to. So that was fun. Yeah, I mean, like, Dark Souls 2 is still a good game, just not as good as 1. I mean, I don't know why I'm going out of my way to grab this stuff when I'm going to be coming back this way anyway, but... Let's see, that should be Scarab number 14. And then there's going to be another one coming this way. So yeah, I'm getting close to more Muramasa stuff. Speaking of Muramasa, any of you guys play Muramasa the Demon Blade? I didn't mean to jump down like that. It's one of my Wii games that I haven't played. And I know there's a Vita version that was kind of like an enhanced port. The world design is bad in Dark Souls 2. What are you talking about? Taking an elevator from the top of a windmill up into a lava area makes perfect sense. I mean, the only thing I found particularly sloppy about Dark Souls 2 is that the level design isn't quite as good once you after you get the Lord Vessel. Otherwise, it's still pretty fantastic. In fact, there are actually some things in Dark Souls 2 that bug me a lot more than Dark Souls 1 as far as game mechanics, like the adaptability stat. Tying tying iframes on your dodge to a stat that you level up was a dumb idea. And then combined with that, the hitboxes and how they work is pretty dumb too. Yay! Vigorian flails. I think I want to use those now, actually, because I want to use a different weapon. Vigorian flails, aka the level 2 nunchucks. Yeah, gutter versus depths is pretty much a no-brainer. However, I'm trying to think of how I feel about the area leading. What was that fucker's name called? I don't know, the undead guy. The undead guy in Dark Souls 2 is pretty bad. Especially when you compare it to like the one Reborn in terms of like what the boss design is going for versus what it ends up being. I got the scarab that's in one of these side things, right? I think I did. I'm gonna be on my way out of this place soon, so... And need the dragon sword again. Flying Swallow spam! Now, if only this was Ninja Gaiden 2 and I had multiple Flying Swallows! Yeah. I feel like Ninja Gaiden 2 traded a lot of things for system. The money tank enemies, yeah, that's true. I'll take these zombies over the ones in 2 as well. I'm trying to remember which one is better for them, the Vigorian flail or the dragon sword. Because if I remember correctly, they're both good, but I think the Vigorian flail has a slightly better UT for them. But they're both really strong against them. And then I don't think you should use the Lunar against them. Yeah. I still have to kill the ones with the arrows, though, the normal way. There we go. Oh boy. I want to say the Gorian flails are the better choice, but that might just be me thinking it's like another game, any other game where you can expect to get a weapon that's good for what you need right away. No, I wasn't wrong. The Gorian flail is a good choice. I see that guy missing an arm, and my first instinct is I must go and UT him or OT him, and then it's not gonna work out that way. Yeah, I mean, I can say this much about Ninja Gaiden 2. At least there are genuine arguments for. I feel like there's good arguments for preferring it to Ninja Gaiden 1. Mostly in terms of the combat, since at the end of the day they are action games, and I think Ninja Gaiden 2 does have better combat overall. That's my opinion on it anyway, but I do think Ninja Gaiden Black is the better game, and I enjoy playing it more because it's while its combat system isn't quite as awesome, it's still pretty much it's almost as good, and then the game that it's based around itself is also much better. Yeah, I'm gonna max out my essence before I even get through with the... I'm gonna max out my essence in the upcoming Fiend Challenge. Okay, still more. What I liked about the OTs was that it kind of took... they kind of gave you another way to handle the enemies they threw at you. Yeah, I feel like they probably designed the combat in this game. The enemies in this game, I think, fit the combat a bit better than the enemies in Ninja Gaiden 2. But Ninja Gaiden 2 is still pretty good, because at least there are very few enemies in Ninja Gaiden 2 that you can't remove a limb from. Yak, 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 Ninja Gaiden 2. Yak, 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 Ninja Gaiden Black. Yak, 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 Dark Souls. Oh, cool. Ow. Not cool. Not cool. I feel like maybe I should consider using the Armlet of Potency or something. Because I know it powers up the kick move. Glad I bought a bunch of those. I mean, yeah, that's the most valuable use of the OT is for the extra iframes. And those iframes are part of how Master Ninja mode is even possible in that game. Okay. Ah, shit. Oh my god. That damage, though. Speaking of breaks. Just charge a UT. Aw, damn. Oh, now you die. I see how it is. Oh, come on. Okay, that guy is doing a little too much damage to me. Thank God they... Oh my god. I feel like it's a little too early in the game for this to happen. Um, in Ninja Gaiden 2, I actually think you do get, if you don't get all of the essence, you do get a certain percentage of it at least, because I've tested that. And after using a UT, I got the essence. I checked before and after using it. In this game, I don't think so. Oh, shit, I let go just a split second too soon. And I couldn't see. And I've used up all my healing items on this goddamn room. Let's see. All right, so let's check this. 58-122. If these guys don't respawn, if these guys respawn at least. All right, 58-122. And I fucking absorbed his essence. I'm gonna say I doubt it. I'll check again in the elevator, because I'm going to be fighting more of these guys in there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. I'd be more worried about voiding them if bleh. I'd be more worried about voiding them if there weren't so goddamn many of these things. Alright. I believe you when you say it, that they voided it, but just to show it, 59802. Oh shit! Look at that. It didn't void it. Just, wow. There's your proof. You see that? Doesn't completely void them. Yeah, it gives you a reduced amount, but it doesn't completely void them. That's pretty cool, I think. It does the same thing in Ninja Gaiden 2, too, as I tested that yesterday. I didn't test it on a stream, though. Of course, with these guys, it's worth it to not even bother, since they're so goddamn slow. You can just jump on their heads, dodge away once, and then charge up. I thought I was a little too close to him. So yeah, it does give you... It gave me like almost... I want to say like a fourth or a fifth of what it would have given me otherwise, but... Yeah, I think the Dragon Sword is actually the preferred weapon against these guys, but... We'll have the Fiend Challenge to check that out. I'm pretty sure these guys don't spawn infinitely, but... They do make for the easiest Fiend Challenge, I have to say. This is so exciting. I'm so skilled, guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, I'm gonna have enough to, I'm gonna have enough for the unlabored flawlessness. I believe this is either the last one or the last one to be respawning. More water. Ooh, that feels a lot better. I don't think there are more over here. Yeah. My ghost fish killing tools. I think it's evil that they'll let the bats bite you while you're doing the animation to climb up the ladder, because you have no control over Ryu whenever that happens. Oh god. Alright, I'm switching to the Dragon Sword. Oh god. Yeah, that last hit is strong enough to kill one of them from full health, I'm pretty sure. Shit, I might as well just kill this one right out. Get the blue essence from him. That's an excellent question, British Dragon. That is an excellent question for British Dragon, excuse me. Ha! Took his head off. Oh. Okay. Maybe I was thinking of the Vigorian flail. Let's see. Do I have enough? Oh shit, I do not have enough arrows for this. So much money. It's like the Lycans in Chapter 5 of Ninja Gaiden 2. These guys are much easier and give you more money, though. But I love watching the dual katanas eat through the Lycans. Basically, what the fuck, Ryu? What the fuck? Ah, damn it. Dragon Sword. And that guy respawned. Because fuck you, that's why. That works. Alright, this part is almost over. Switch to Shuriken. Keep the Dragon Sword out. Save and boss time. So technically, couldn't I go back to the monastery and do that fiend challenge right now? Because I'm pretty sure I could do that if I wanted to. Oh god, how am I going to get out of this room? Oh god! This room is evil for platforming. Oh boy. Damn it. I suck at the platforming in this room so hard. Oh. This is the hardest part of this chapter. Well, this and the dragon, or Yoshi rather. If you fight the Yoshi. But this platforming, fuck the platforming. I wouldn't mind the platforming in Ninja Gaiden as much if it wasn't automatic. But because it's automatic, you have so little control. And having no control over your platforming is no fun. What? Oh god damn it. I always have trouble with that part, and I always eventually get it the stubborn way. Alright, here we go. I like this boss. One thing I like about this boss, actually, now that I think about it, is the fact that you can't... okay. I like the fact that there's an invisible wall keeping you from falling to your death here. It's okay. I have like one healing item for this boss. This is going to be interesting. I also have to pee. But, you know. The bats whose sole purpose is to make sure that I'm at full health for the boss. Oh, that's what you meant by right up. I'm not very good at the platforming in these games. There we go. That's one down. Do I... Damn. I don't want to deal with his tail, but I also don't think I care enough to go out of my way. What? Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom because I can't hold it until I beat this fight. Lol, 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 lol. Whatever. The Yeti is more sensitive than I thought, I guess. All right. You know what? I have money for days. I really shouldn't care about using healing items. I say that, but as soon as I upgrade the unlabored to the wooden sword, it's gonna drain like all of it. All right. Oh my god. I've been playing this game for I don't know how many years, and I've never figured out to do that. I'm special. I would really like to get his back legs first. Damn it. At this rate, he's gonna have, like, very little left on all of his limbs. I want to stop his tail attack, if I can. Yay! Now he shouldn't use his tail anymore. He still can, I think, but he isn't very likely to. I think this is like the only limb of his I haven't hit yet. There we go. One more limb. The key was to go to the bathroom, clearly. Alright. So that leaves the Fiend challenge to do. I wonder. Is it possible to backtrack to the monastery? I don't think it is.